Hello, it's Donna Morgan, and I'm here on this chilly morning in Arizona to talk about the upcoming new moon and full solar eclipse in Sagittarius, which is happening tomorrow in the United States, December 14th, around 11 a.m. Okay, so full solar eclipses are like a huge energy with the new moon. It's like the new moon on steroids, right? And this one, because it's in Sagittarius, which is an optimistic, good luck, expansive vibe, because it's in Sagittarius, it's like, get ready to manifest. Whatever it is that you have on your mind right now that you would like to manifest right now for the 2021, whatever it is, now is the time to get your thoughts together and write it down. And this moon is and the eclipse is like pulling us out of the stuckness that we've been feeling pretty much almost for a year, right? In some ways, although there have been opportunities and it hasn't been like that every moment. Kind of the feeling of 2020 has been very inward and stuck and feeling like we can't expand. But this new moon solar eclipse is all about the absolute opposite of that. And Mercury and Mars are also involved in a positive way with this new moon solar eclipse. And that's all about communicating. And Mercury is all about communicating your truth. And especially in Sagittarius, with the Sagittarius energy in the mix. And Mars is all about going for it, like, whew, let's go. So with all of that together in a bundle, we will shine our light bright tomorrow. That's the vibe. And we should be writing down our goals, writing down our dreams, doing ritual. And of course, along with that, we must let go of the past. We must take a couple of days to really look at, okay, so this is what I want to create next, and what have I learned that isn't working for me? Of course, as always, the Ho'oponopono magic mantra, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, is epic for releasing any beliefs, thoughts, situations, people, feelings that aren't working for us. So tomorrow I will be utilizing the magic mantra just like I do every day, but I will be doing it in a very intentional way. You know, once I write down my goals and dreams for next year, I think this is a incredibly powerful time to do it between now and the solstice, which is on the 21st. And on the solstice, another big astrological moment is happening. Jupiter and Saturn are going to be conjunct in Aquarius. And just to keep it simple, it's just another moment to be thinking big, expanding, and looking at what it is that we really want to create right now, and go for it. So I would say that between now and the 21st, whether you want to do your ritual on the 21st, whether you want to do it tomorrow, whether you want to just be writing things down between now and the 21st and do something special on the solstice, or do it tomorrow on the new moon eclipse, or do both. Hey, why not? You could do both. Right now, this window is just a powerful time. In my mind, and I've said this before in other videos, that this is the time of year that I write down my New Year's intentions versus New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. It's just so much more powerful at this time period, whereas New Year's Eve, New Year's Day is kind of a chaotic, people just going out and getting drunk, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just not the vibration that I want to be putting out my intentions in. That's not the portal that has ever felt really right to me. Although my family and I have a ritual that we do New Year's Eve. My family, meaning my husband and I and our 7 kids, although they won't all be home because a couple of them live in other countries actually right now, my oldest 2. But 5 of them will be here, and the youngest is 14 in my family, and then the oldest is 29. So that's kind of where they're at age-wise. But ever since they were little, I'm talking little, we would have a ritual of having a really nice dinner, and I would pour kid champagne for the kids and real champagne for Jay and I, and we would go around the table and speak our intention for the next year. And yes, that was even relevant with a little person, 4, 5, 3. Everybody has something that they're wishing for, right? And so we do that every year. We still do it. So that's what we do on New Year's Eve. And then we clink our glasses as each person speaks. And sometimes we go around 3 times, 4 times, depending upon how many things we all want to create. It's really fun. It's a really fun family ritual. And I don't know how Jay and I made that up, but we did a long time ago. But I do a more intentional ritual by my medicine wheel on the solstice. And I usually start getting it ready right at the new moon. And usually there is a solar eclipse right around here. This is eclipse season. This is the last eclipse of the year. And even if it's just the new moon in Sagittarius, it's just such an expansive, fun, joyful, kind of good luck vibe that's where I like to, that's the portal I like to put my intentions through, shall we say. Anyway, so yeah, this is just a big time for manifesting. But right around the eclipse and the new moon, so for kind of a couple of days after that, is more the time to not really take any action or, kind of sit with it. Write down your intentions, write down what blocks you may have, work with Ho'oponopono or whatever releasing method that resonates with you. And then that's why then at the 21st, that's when I do my actual intentional ritual where I write them down, I say them out loud, I burn the things that are blocking me, I do Ho'oponopono on them again. I've got kind of my mojo that I do by my medicine wheel. And it's funny because I picked some cards for this new moon eclipse, and the tarot card that I picked is the Hanged Man. And do you see how this person is upside down? Well, what this card means is you're in a transition. So take some time to kind of turn yourself upside down, metaphorically, and get a new perspective. And so this card is absolutely perfect for the new moon solar eclipse, because what it is, we're in transition from the old to the new. And the time that you take to really think about what it is that you want in your life now, what's next for next year, what do you want to let go of, is absolutely part of the energy of this new moon and solar eclipse as well. It's like you have to let things go in order to create something new. The saying, close the door and then a new one will open. That's what this card is about. It's about being in that transition space where you haven't yet started the new beginning, but you've left the past and you're kind of in the bardo of the in-between, looking things over, reviewing your life, and deciding what's next. And I just think that's so perfect, because that's such an important part of the process of manifesting. We have to also let go. We have to purge. We have to clean out the closet, shall we say. We have to decide what doesn't work, and start taking action and visualizing what it is that is next for us. And then the oracle card that I picked is also perfect. It's called Lizard Spirit, Dream the World into Being. So it's kind of the next step, right? It's like the hangman is saying, okay, take some time to assess your life, to get a new perspective, to let go, to come up with what's next. And then this card is about, okay, let's go for it. Let's do it. And I just got this deck not that long ago. I've been utilizing it in my daily Tarot and Oracle Mojo of the day that I do on Instagram in stories. And if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Donna Morgan Mojo, Donna with one N, Dona, Morgan, Morgan, Mojo, Mojo. And if you're interested in seeing the card of the day and stories, I do that every morning. And this is the new Oracle deck that I've been working with, and I just love it. Colette Baron Reed is the artist and the author. And I just thought I'd take a second and read what she wrote about this card because I really love it. Okay, so here's the Oracle message. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and what you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? How might you grow and expand if you allowed yourself to dare to believe in the impossible, making it possible first in your dreaming mind and then in the world as you co-create with Spirit? Give in to the power of imagination, and soon your dream will become clearer. The steps will reveal themselves, and what was once just a dream will begin to coalesce into form. Dream it and be it. Spirit asks you to dare to dream big. I just love what she wrote, so I thought that I would give you that message from this deck, because that is what this energy between tomorrow, the new moon solar eclipse, and the solstice on the 21st, which is also when that big conjunction happens. That is the vibe, along with the Hanged Man, which is about taking time to gain a new perspective and know what it is that you need to let go of before you move forward in what it is that you want to manifest. So the other thing I just want to say is that, I'm a psychotherapist and a transformational coach, and I've been doing tarot kind of in hiding since I was like 18. I went to the University of Colorado at Boulder. It was my freshman year. I was walking on the Pearl Street Mall and with some friends, and there was a tarot reader sitting outside of a wonderful metaphysical bookstore that's been there forever called The Lighthouse. And I got a reading, and in that reading she was like, you need to go inside and get this book and this deck, which was the first deck ever created, pretty much. I think it's the Rider-Waite deck. It's not the deck I'm using right now, but she believed that that was the deck I should learn on and play with it, because someday you are going to actually be utilizing it in your work somehow. And I've had a lot of signs in the universe lately that it's time for me to do that. I was invited to a sort of like a spa day for a midwifery practice, and I was asked to do readings for them, each one by one, and I've just been the universe has been letting me know that in some way I need to more intentionally do this. And I do, like many of my clients know that I also, play with tarot, that I do tarot. And so they asked me, can you pull some cards? And, I do that. I do. But now I'm also just offering tarot readings as a standalone service. And I'm calling them tarot inspired coaching, because of course you're going to get my coaching too. You're going to get everything that I am. It's all going to be there no matter what. And so anyway, for the month of December, all sessions are half off. And so if you are interested in seeing what this is like, and learning more about yourself and your a new perspective maybe, or having some questions answered, getting clarity, that's really what I utilize the tarot for, is clarity. It's a way for me to receive signs and synchronicities, and I love utilizing it in that way, and I can't wait to share it with you if you're interested. So if you are, you can email me. I will put information below this video. You can email me and set something up. All right, well, I hope that you have an amazing new moon solar eclipse in expansive, fun-loving Sagittarius, and I'll see you next time.